For decades, the PRC has orchestrated a campaign of terror and repression, from the genocide of the Uyghur people most recently to aggression against culture, religion, and language of Tibet, to crackdowns against the basic freedoms in Hong Kong, to jailing of journalists, activists, and dissidents throughout mainland China, and intimidation of Taiwan, and more. Yet the Chinese government works desperately to cover up their abuses, rewriting history and projecting a very different image to the world. I would say to our athletes, you're there to compete. Do not risk incurring the anger of the Chinese government because they are ruthless. I know there is a temptation on the part of some to speak out while they are there. I respect that, but I also worry about what the Chinese government might do to their reputations, to their families. And don't risk thinking that there are any good intentions on the part of the People's Republic of China government, because there are none. While you're competing, Congress continues to take bold bipartisan action to defend human rights in China and hold the Chinese government accountable. Most recently, the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act, which was proudly signed into law in December, will harness America's economic might to make clear the genocide of Uyghurs must end now. And now, with our America Competes Act, which is on the floor of the House, we will take another strong step to help those who fear for their futures by designating Uyghurs as prioritized refugees of special humanitarian concern and pursuing a humanitarian pathway for Hong Kongers who feel political persecution. What I hear from our witnesses is further evidence of the courage of the people who are committed to freedom of expression and respect for human rights in China. What I see is the cowardice of the Chinese government, the cowardice of their actions, to take actions against family members because you are speaking out in other places, as some of you have mentioned. The cowardice of the business community, not to be able to have confidence in their ability to compete, but to fold to the Chinese government without speaking out. I will again thank all of you.